as a coalition of students, faculty, staff, and alumni and community leaders demand for his immediate resignation or the Board of Trustees to force his resignation. They have the power to do that. Students need to be aware that their leadership here at the University of Akron is putting themselves, their own administrative greed, before students and what is best for the university and the community of Akron. Some of the failures under the leadership of President Scott Scarborough is the rebranding. Ohio Polytechnic University, millions of dollars were wasted on a rebranding project while 220 people were laid off last summer. The baseball team was cut 1 month before school began. Those poor kids on the baseball team were left without a team and were stuck in leases. Students have been charged illegal fees several times. The most recent $4.1 million by President Scott Scarborough and his administration, secretly charging students illegal fees. Hopefully you got part of your money back because it was discovered at the state level. They didn't discover it. Other failures. The Multicultural Center has been cut here at the University of Akron. They claim that it's open. There's one person working there now for a university that has about 5,000 minority students. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. We need real leadership here at the University of Akron. Because of these failures and many others, the current freshman enrollment for the University of Akron for the fall of 2016 is down 33% for this coming fall. That is unacceptable. Students deserve better. We deserve real leadership that cares about us and our academic quality. The administration and under President Scott Scarborough is currently in secret negotiations with ITT, the nation's largest online provider for online courses, who are being currently investigated for fraud again. And they will not talk about this because they signed a letter of confidentiality. This is a public university. The students deserve to know what's going on here. The public deserves to know what's going on. There was a vote in the faculty senate demanding President Scarborough's resignation and a vote of no confidence. That vote was 50 votes to 2. The faculty does not believe in this president. There was a letter that was signed by the majority of the chairs of the various departments here at the University of Akron. And they submitted that letter to the Board of Trustees and also a vote of no confidence against President Scott Scarborough. So overwhelmingly, the students don't believe in him. The faculty doesn't believe in him. The chairs of the university doesn't believe in him. The donations for the university are at an all-time low in this past 25 years. It's because of the failed leadership under this president. We need real leadership, and students need to be aware. We should not have to police our administration, but this is an extraordinary circumstance. I beg and hope that students will pay attention to what's going on here on campus. We can't afford another summer like we went through last year. We need real leadership here at the University of Akron. Okay, so please, come on over here and get a free bumper sticker, a free Scarborough Must Go bumper sticker or a wristband. We have a petition that we ask you to sign. We are a coalition of students, faculty, staff, and alumni. The Akron, Ohio Student Association in coordination with the advocates for the University of Akron and faculty. Please, we need your attention as students. We need to have solidarity in this, otherwise nothing's going to change. Students have power if we work together. So please be aware of what's going on at our university. The current freshman enrollment under this administration, the failed leadership under Scott Scarborough in this building, Buchtel Hall, is projected to be down 33% from where it was last year. That is unacceptable, as because of the failed leadership here at the University of Akron under this president, Scott Scarborough. So please come over and get a free bumper sticker, a free wristband that says Scarborough Must Go. We need real leadership. How you guys doing? Scarborough Must Go. Scarborough Must Go. See these ladies over there, please. to introduce this time, right now I'd like to introduce Mr. John B., who's a retired faculty member in communications here. Would like to say a few words regarding this discussion here in our student action here, demanding President Scarborough's resignation here at the university. Dr. John B., please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here in support of the students and to stand with them in the cause that is so important to prosecute. There's nobody who feels the pain more than the students, but perhaps equally, I can tell you that everybody who has had their lives closely linked with this school are absolutely distraught and desolate about what is going on under the failed leadership of this incompetent president, not only incompetent but treacherous. We are very, very sad at everything that has been happening, that's going on, and the apparent lack of responsiveness to the uniform and unanimous calls for his resignation and departure from the university. We think perhaps that one of the problems he has is he's at a loss for words. He doesn't know what to do next. So I have put together a draft letter of resignation that we offer to him. All he needs to do is sign the letter, leave town, and it will eliminate our problems, and it will eliminate his problems. Herewith, I read the letter.
Scarborough must go.
To the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, retirees, supporters, and all the greater Akron community, from Dr. Scarborough. With profound regret for the incompetence, arrogance, and obduracy manifested in my failed leadership, for the many misguided, arbitrary, and reckless actions I have taken, for my callousness and disregard for and uncomprehension of the core values of the university, for my implementation of policies that subvert and degrade those values, for my condescending and dismissive treatment of my university colleagues and this community, for the distress and personal harm I have needlessly inflicted on this university and all those whose lives have been closely linked with it. I now heed the call of that innumerable multitude whose voices loudly and persistently shout and plead for me to leave, thereby ending this sad and painful chapter and giving the university hope for genuine renewal. Pursuant to the above confession, I herewith submit my resignation from the presidency of the University of Akron, effective immediately. P.S. I leave the university as I entered it, fired with great enthusiasm. Thank you.
Woo!
Go, Scott. And keep going.
This is John B. speaking. Retired, Emeritus Professor of Communication, former Associate Dean in what was then the College of Fine and Applied Arts.
Let's hear it for Dr. John B., Professor, retired emeritus here at the University of Akron, for those outstanding words and words that we'd like to hear from President Scott Scarborough that we know we won't, but words of his resignation. Students before administrative greed. Please come and get your free Scarborough Must Go wristbands and bumper stickers. We have information here too to read about what we're trying to do as an action group of students and faculty, alumni, and we are a combination of Akron, Ohio Student Association and the Advocates for the University of Akron faculty and students. We have Scarborough Must Go wristbands and bumper stickers for free. Please come and get those, and some information regarding the failures under this leadership under President Scott Scarborough, who presides in this historic hall, Buchtel Hall, and needs to resign, or the Board of Trustees that hired him who meet tomorrow at the Wayne campus need to demand that he resign immediately. They can make it happen, and students need to be aware of the failed leadership. The illegal fees that he has been charging students here is egregious. The cutting of the baseball team and the multicultural center, the private negotiations with companies that are being investigated for fraud, such as ITT, The trust navigator, the miserable failure of a program that whose president of that company is also being investigated by fraud by the state of Ohio. It's a long, sordid list, unfortunately. Right now, just as a reminder, the freshman, incoming freshman class is right now down 33% to where it was last year. For the fall of 2016, it's down 33% because of the failed leadership under Scott Scarborough, not because of people that are trying to bring awareness to their failures, as they would like us to believe and will say in the press. But students need to be aware of the faculty, what the faculty is saying. They have said, faculty senate have voted no confidence, 50-2, no confidence in this president. Right now, I'd like to welcome the president of the Akron, Ohio Student Association chapter, Ms. Kelsey Watson.
Hello, everyone. I'm speaking up. All right. I could probably talk louder without the mic, but I'll try to talk louder anyway. Well, my lungs are damaged along with the rest of my body as well, so it's hard for me to speak to you today, but here I am. So, like Tom said, I'm the president of the Akron, Ohio Student Association here on campus. I helped to organize this event here. So kind of what I want to say to those of you who are walking by, I am graduating next month with my bachelor's degree, and so you might wonder, why am I doing all of this when I'm going to leave the university? Because I know a lot of you think that this isn't your issue and this isn't your problem, because you just want to pay your money and stay here for 4 years and do the work and get out and get your degree, and you don't really care about what's going on. Well, as someone who I would have loved to come to this university and be able to focus on my academics for the last 4 years, I've spent a lot of time organizing this work and making sure that students have a voice and being able to speak out against all the injustices that the president has done, the board of trustees, along with the administration, because I care about this university. I love the University of Akron, and I love all of the students that attend this university. So I sacrifice my own schoolwork in order to do this work because I care about this university and I want it to succeed. And I know that it's not going to if President Scott Scarborough stays any longer. Last summer, he did a lot of irreparable damage to a lot of different programs and fired a lot of different people, very rudely, I may also comment, with police escorts. And so if we allow him to stay another summer, that's another summer of students not being here and faculty not being here to monitor the decisions that they're making. Hello, Darnell. How's it going? To monitor the decisions that they're making, which are not in the best interest of the students. So that is why I am here today, because I love this university. I've loved the last 4 years being here, but I do not love the decisions that Scott Scarborough has made and all of the damage that he has done to our university. So as students who think that this isn't your issue, this isn't your problem, you just want to pay whatever amount that they deem okay for you to pay and do your work and get out, that's not okay. Not for lack of better words, that's not okay. You need to care about these issues because these issues are directly affecting you, whether you want to admit it or not. You can say, I'm an engineering major, or I'm a, whatever major, and they haven't made any cuts to my program, and they haven't done anything, but they haven't done anything yet. Yes, now they're getting rid of programs that they don't think are important, like women's studies and the arts and music, but eventually it's going to be your program, and eventually they're going to up the cost so much that you won't be able to afford to get an education like you can now. So that's why we need to do this now, not when it gets worse. So that's my plea with you today, is to just get involved. If you're not, directly involved, at least listen and be informed about what's going on, because this can't go on any longer and sustain the University of Akron, which I know we all love, which is why we're here. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you, Kelsey. Well said. Kelsey's been a great advocate and leader for the students here. We count on student leadership here at the University of Akron to help bring awareness. We have, unfortunately, our elected student leadership has been dismissive in trying to educate
High-ass tuition
here
rates,
regarding
crippling students, man.
the failures under the leadership of President Scott Scarborough. However, there are other types of leadership and students that can step forward to help bring this awareness, as well as talk to your professors, talk to each other, pay attention to what's going on in the media. So tomorrow, I guarantee you there will be an article about this event to read some information about what's going on. We have information down over here for students that are passing by. Please pick up some information about the failures under the leadership of President Scott Scarborough, including the rebranding Ohio Polytechnic University, which has been a failure and a waste of millions of dollars of our money. It's our money that's being wasted here, okay? They're taking our money without consent through the faculty or the donorship here, let alone students, what's best for students or what our needs are, and they're spending money egregiously, and they are way overpaid for considering the failures and the terrible leadership that is occurring here at the university. President Scott Scarborough is the leader of this university, or I should say non-leader, and should resign right now, based on statistics such as the current freshman enrollment for fall 2016 is down 33%, not 3%, not 13%, which would be bad enough, 33%, and those statistics have been printed in the media, and that is unacceptable, and the rebranding, the cutting of the baseball team, the attempt to close E.J. Thomas and damaging the ticket sales there, Akron's jewel for cultural and the arts outreach, it's a long sword list, okay? The cutting of the multicultural center, unacceptable. There's one person working there now for a university that has 5,000 minority students. Unacceptable. This lying about the renovations at the mansion, the president's mansion, the dishonesty and the contradictory statements that President Scarborough and this administration make in the press. We deserve better here at the University of Akron. That's my point. We deserve real leadership. It's a public university, and they're privatizing a public university with our money, with taxpayer money and student money.
That ain't right.
Our student loans, and it's unacceptable. We need to be aware of what's going on here. And if this continues, then this university, the failure will be much higher than 33% enrollment drops. And we need to stop the bleeding now, and the Board of Trustees has the power to do that. They're meeting tomorrow. We urge you to reach out to the Board of Trustees, to go to their website online and email them and demand that they get rid of this failed leadership and bring in real leadership that cares about students and the academic quality of this university. Faculty are leaving this university. Awesome, great faculty that have been here for a long time are accepting positions elsewhere. We're not going to attract good faculty, let alone students, who under this failed leadership. Anyway, I just want to remind everybody, my name's Tom Garino. I'm a graduate student here and alumni at the University of Akron, and I'm part of the Advocates for the University of Akron, faculty and students. And I'm here with Kelsey Watson, who's the president of the Akron chapter of Ohio Student Association, which is a recognized student association here by the University of Akron. And we're just trying to bring awareness to students and anybody that is here that is also concerned. We have free Scarborough Must Go bumper stickers and wristbands available. We have information here.